Hello. Bear with me, everyone. I'm just going to share that I'm live. How do I do this? Copy link. How is everyone doing? I see some of you in the chat already. Hi. I'm live. Excuse me, looking down at my phone. I have a fan on. Can you hear really low hum, or is that okay? Because it is so hot. Good morning, Lauren. How are you? Hey, Lucy. Hey, Randy. How's it going? Hey, from Italy. Hello. Finland. How is it in Finland? So I'm cleaning my brushes today. I have hundreds of brushes that I've just left like in the corner of my room, just waiting to be cleaned. So while you ask me whatever you like, makeup related, non-makeup related, I'm just going to clean my brushes. So please go ahead. Hello from Miami. Hello. Oh, sorry, Alex. I hope your day isn't too long. Hello from London. Hello. Do you like Stray Kids? I'm not into K-pop. I'm fast to say, unfortunately. I know who they are, obviously, but yeah. Hey, Caroline. Thank you. Favorite fast food? Oh my gosh, that's a difficult one. Is Nando's considered fast food? Hi from Montana. Hello. Hi from Texas and Spain. How was the live show? Oh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. We had a huge technical issue right at the start of the show while we were on stage and also in the beginning. But it actually made us more kind of comfortable. So it was good. It was good. Are you still using ISO Clean? Yes, I am. Very much so. Hello. What level of spice do you get at Nando's? Listen, let's just say out of fear of judgment, I wouldn't even call it a spice. You and James come across quite tall on screen. How tall are you? I think we're like average man height. I think we're like 5'9". Rogue, thank you. Hi. I don't know why I said thank you. What are your tips for longer lasting eye makeup? Like I go to concerts, but by the end of the night when it's time for my pictures, my makeup, especially my eye makeup and eyeliner, is always bad. What in particular is it bad? If it's smudging, are you using an eye primer if you're getting creases? Because eye primers will also help your mascara last longer. You don't necessarily have to use waterproof, but something like a tubing mascara would also hold a lot longer. So an eye primer that isn't silicone-y. What are your thoughts on red light masks? I'm not sure. I'm not the skincare twin. You would have to ask James that. I use them, and whenever I use them, I see a difference. So that's what I think, but I don't know the ins and outs of LED. What's your long haul flight hacks? Flying to Vietnam tomorrow for my 30th. I don't have any. My main hack is melatonin, so I can sleep. Powder over eye primer was a game changer. Thanks. Oh, do you mean on the face? Because usually I don't recommend setting your eye primer. So foundation in a blender. Do you have any tips for glasses wearers? No, I'm sorry. Here's the deal, right? If something is physically rubbing on your skin, it's going to be kind of impossible to keep it perfect throughout the day. You can repair it and prevent it from happening, but it's one of those things where if there's friction against it, you can definitely slow it down. But yeah. Do you like MAC Paint Pot as an eye primer? I do. If you have especially oily eyelids, not so much though. Do you have veneers? These are my natural teeth. You can see that this one sticks forward, so they're not veneers. They're not exactly perfect, but thank you. And also my bottom teeth are a bit crooked. See? Yeah, definitely not veneers. But I'm happy with them. Will you come to Chicago? I would love to go to Chicago. Are you excited for Epic Universe or the Universal Studios UK? I'm excited for Epic Universe. I'm not sure how they would do Universal Studios in the UK, to be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of UK theme parks. Do you ever try to do a new makeup look, but it ends up looking the same as it always does? Absolutely. And I think that's sometimes because you fall into what you are comfortable with. And sometimes, sometimes doing your makeup is like, you know, what's it called? Second nature. So you just do exactly what you're doing. What are your thoughts on Otti Black Signature? I have no idea what that is. Suggestions for liquid green color corrector. Don't textures vary, but don't go for anything that is true green. You almost want like what I describe as like a zombie green, like a little bit of a brownie green. Not those drugstore. You can go drugstore, but just make sure it's not overly green. Crystal, thank you. Meant to send a question as a super chat. Sorry, I want to send a barefaced photo for some guidance. You can do that. You can send it to my Instagram if you like. Can you give tips for those of us that live in hotter than Hades weather plus humidity? Again, just it's repairing your makeup, fixing it as it disintegrates. Don't worry so much about preventing heat or humidity from interfering with your makeup, because fact is it will. You know what I mean? There's not enough setting spray, there's not enough powder, there's not enough anything that is going to stop nature from derailing your makeup. So think about how you're going to repair it throughout the day. Have you tried the Tier foundation? Yes, every single one, even the ones that aren't available in the UK. I love them. I absolutely adore them. Being an oily person, I have to stick to I don't have to, but I stick to the red, but orange and the pink cushion. If I don't have to keep an eye on them and touch them up all the time. If I don't want to keep touching them up all the time. But I love Tier. I love all their products, not just their foundations. Like if you can, take a look at their lip products. Absolutely stunning. Their skincare is beautiful as well. Thank you so much, Crafty Gal. Thank you so much. Hey, Maggie. What can I help with nose separating? Eye primer. Eye primer on the nose and then your makeup on top. It's always a good one. I'm always confused about which brushes to get. Please, can you, oh my God, can you give tips, please? Yes. Yeah, it depends on what for. So obviously there's like brushes that do everything. And there's also like really unnecessary brushes as well. But it's a difficult question because it depends on budget. It depends on what do you do. Do you do a lot of eye makeup? Do you do a lot of do you not do any eye makeup? You know what I mean? But depending on budget, Elf do a really beautiful set that is the basics of what you need and then some nice extra ones. I'll see if I can add it to my stories on Instagram after this because I don't know the name off the top of my head. But don't go thinking you need every kind of brush that's available out there. Recommendation for setting powder for dry skin. If you have a drier skin, a pressed powder is usually quite good because it always contains some kind of moisture in them. I quite like the Kosas. Where's it gone? These ones. The Kosas Cloud Sets. These are really beautiful. You can see touch pan on a product. Can you believe it? Really, really beautiful. And they don't, because I'm quite oily and they don't keep me matte for too long. Being an oily person, I still don't like to be overly matte, so it's not very drying on the skin. They're really, really nice. Robert, do you suggest that I buy both Elf setting spray plus the powder grip primer? Sorry, plus the power grip primer, or just setting spray for both priming and setting? So it depends what you want. I would go for power. Oh my God, I literally have it in front of me. Hey. I like it as a primer and the setting spray too. I would still use a powder with it for those areas that need fixing. But I would just use it as the same thing, the primer and the setting spray. Drench your face in it when you're using it as a primer and tap into the skin until you get that sticky feeling. Hi Robert, what's your favorite KBeauty foundation? Not a cushion. That would be the Jungsei Mall in the gray and blue. It's it's for men, but it's really, really incredible. I love their foundations in general. or the, oh my God, the Misha BB cream, which isn't really a foundation, but you know what I mean. Can you give life advice? I can definitely try. Have you tried anything from Annalicia? Yes, I love their foundation. I love their eyeshadows. I love their lip balms. Do you have any contour product recommendations for very fair skin? Absolutely. It's right next to me. The Too Cool for School. These ones, Rodin, they do, this is a deeper one, but they, oh God, look at that mirror, but they do really light, fair ones, or Day Seek do eyeshadow palettes that are really nice and creamy in texture, but because they're quite light, they make really good contour palettes. If you have very fair skin, then absolutely look at KBeauty, Chinese beauty brands. They do incredible, incredible products, mainly for fair skin. Do you still do people's makeup on the regular? Not on the regular, no. Thank you so much for the super chat. Super chat, is that what's called? No, I don't. I pick and choose what I do. Yeah. Can you recommend a waterline eyeliner for watery eyes that isn't ColourPop? Oh my God. Iconic London do really, really good ones. They have ones which are like double-ended. So one's a really thick side and one's a really more defined pencil. And they are really, really good. I love those. Do you have any tips for me? I really want to become a makeup artist, especially after watching videos. Thank you. Yeah, it depends what kind of makeup artist you want to be. So a lot of people, well, to me, a makeup artist is somebody who does makeup on clients, right? So my tips would be get in as much practice as you can. That being maybe work in retail for a little while. So you're on counter doing everyone's makeup, everyone of all ages, everyone of all races. So you get a lot of practice. Do people's makeup for free. Offer them and say, I really want to practice. Don't think that everything you see online translates to real life as well. Jules, thank you. What foundation would you recommend for an oily T-zone, yet the rest of your face is dry? I feel so lost picking. I think we're in the same thing here. My T-zone is so oily and I'm dehydrated here. Depending on your budget, so let me start a little bit high-end. I love the Lisa Eldridge foundation or the House Labs Triclone. That is a beautiful foundation for majority of textures of skin. If you're looking for drugstore, L'Oreal True Match is stunning on your type of skin. Not the serum version, the original version. The serum version is nice too, but I haven't used that on all skin types, whereas this, the original I have. What's your favorite eyeshadow color for yourself? Purple. It has to be purple. Thank you so much for your super chat. I love purple. Just because I think because my eye color is like brown with a bit of red in or a bit of yellow, it just brings it out a bit more. Best dewy skin tint. The Milk one is stunning. The one from Milk is so beautiful, and it's truly a skin tint. Like it's not like crazy coverage. You know, it really just tints the skin. Robert, should we apply powder with velour puff or brush, or does it depend on the area? Thanks. Really good question. It depends on the area, and it also depends on how your skin acts throughout the day and what kind of finish you want there. So if you're thinking about a velour puff like this, for example, think about how close your fingers are to the skin. When you're applying makeup, no matter what you're using, whether it be a brush or a puff, the closer your fingers are to your face, the denser of a coverage you're going to get, right? Or the denser a product is going to apply. Whereas if you hold further away, you get more of a lighter application. So if you want something quite heavy or you want to push something into a product, then go for the velour puff. It doesn't mean you have to use loads of product. It just means that it's going to be pushed into the skin. So depending on the finish you want, it's going to be matter with a velour puff. And with a brush, it's going to be lighter and a little bit more natural looking. So that really depends. Thank you, Julie. Heather, thank you so much. I just adore you. So Alice and I would like to know what the best product / technique for covering rosacea. Yeah, good question. Rosacea, bear in mind, rosacea can be color and texture as well. So something that is okay, here's the deal. So use the best way. A lot of people are going to tell you color corrector. Let me just put this down for a second while I explain. A lot of people are going to tell you color corrector. They're going to tell you bright green, color corrector, which is fine, but it's also not, because a lot of the color correctors you get now just fade out to white. They don't really stay green, and you want the green to cancel out the redness. What I would do is apply your foundation like you would normally, like any foundation you would normally. Then what you want to get is a yellow tone concealer. Yellow cancels out redness just as much as green does. But because it kind of sits near it on the color wheel, where's the color wheel? 1 second, please. Ooh. Okay, so obviously you have green. So green is right opposite red, so it's going to cancel it out. But right next to green is yellow, which also helps to cancel out. It's a little bit askew, but it also helps to cancel out redness. Yellow is naturally occurring in a lot of skin products, in a lot of foundations, a lot of concealer. So if you do all your foundation, see how much that covers first. Then with a yellow tone concealer, a concealer with a yellow undertone that is level to your skin tone, tap that over the areas with rosacea if your foundation hasn't given you enough coverage. Because it's just as color correcting as green. It also means you don't have to build up unnecessary products. I hope that helps. Thank you, Sapphire. Will you be doing more live streams? I need more Fierce If Fathom. I really want to. I've been running out of time. Hello, James. Great to see you live. Loved you chatting with Jen and hearing your thoughts. Much love from Central Scotland. Thank you. I'm Robert. And I was talking to Jen. I really liked speaking to her. It was a really good time. I love her videos as well. Amy, thank you. Hi, Robert. I was too nervous at the live show to ask a question. No, thank you for coming. What are your thoughts on seasonal color analysis when it comes to makeup? Amy, good question. I'm not into color analysis with makeup. I think it's great. I mean, we do it anyway. We know the basics, right? Like eye color thing, this goes with this. I believe it exists, especially in clothing. Of course it does. Color affects other colors. But when someone says to me, I'm a cold winter, I'm like, and what does cold winter mean to you? What does cool summer mean to you? What's a spring summer? Because to me, springs could be purples, greens, whereas to you, it could be yellows, reds. So that language I'm not a fan of, but also limiting yourself to one tone or one color family in makeup, I don't believe in. Every single color has an undertone, and you can use any single color. You can use a blue purple, a red purple, a yellow purple, a greeny purple. There's green grays, there's brown grays, there's purple grays. You know what I mean? So yes, I think it's color theory can help, but at the end of the day, you're neutralizing your canvas, your face with foundation. It's completely flat and it's one color. And a lot of the time, people aren't using the undertone. So I think it's not to dismiss that theory, because yes, of course, it is relevant in a lot of aspects, hair and stuff like that. But I'm not a fan of it when it comes to makeup. I think do what you want. And I'm not the kind of person that's like, there's no rules. I do believe there are rules. But in color analysis, when it comes to makeup, I'm not a fan of, no. Will you ever visit the US? The other reason I got into makeup? Yes, I visit often, but I don't work in the US because that requires, of course, like a working visa. Thank you so much. I love your videos. What's the best way of covering a bit of light? Excuse me? Your comment went, what's the best way of covering a bit of light greenness on the face? So think about when you cover red, you use green. So if you're going to cover green, you use red, because it cancels itself out. Again, you don't have to use pure red. Concealers have red undertones, have pink undertones. So something red will be good. If you have a skin tint that's red, that will also be nice. Something like Benetint, a blush maybe that has a bit of red, but you can tap on it before you do your foundation. Thank you so much, Bola. Bola? Do you think some people's skins are too dry for liquid foundation? Only powder foundation works for me. That's so interesting. No. No and yes, because liquid foundation is moisture. It's a moisture product, right? So dry skin absorbs moisture from the product quite quickly, so it can look kind of cakey and strange. I can understand why powders may work, especially mineral-based powders, because they look great on drier skins, although most of the time I wouldn't recommend a powder that isn't mineral-based or drier skin. But no, I think if you're good with your powder foundation, then you're good. But But yes, drier skins can absorb moisture from foundations, making them look patchy and a bit strange. So that's why it's quite important to use maybe a hydrating primer if you're going to use a liquid foundation. But if you're happy and it looks good, then I'm happy for you. Olivia? Ollie? Hi, Robert. Love your videos. Thank you. Do you recommend recommendations for foundations with neutral undertones that don't oxidize into orange? It's a tough battle. Absolutely. In terms of brands that have more neutrals, again, I really do think, and as bad as this is to say, that you do have to go more higher end for the true neutrals. Like with olive tones, you have to go a little bit higher end. Lisa Eldridge is a great one for neutrals. Again, True Match. I always recommend L'Oreal True Match. They are also really great for neutrals because the majority of the color range is neutral. And that's a good drugstore one. What's your favorite sunscreen to wear under makeup? I have a few. The one I currently have open is Beauty of Joe Son. Any of their sunscreens are stunning under makeup. You can literally use that as your moisturizer and your sunscreen. Beautiful, especially the one the blue one as well. Really beautiful. Robert, would you recommend? Robert, would you recommend any cheek tints? Sorry, Robert, would you recommend cheek tints are the best bet if we want blush to last? I can't find a blush that lasts. Thanks. Yeah, tinting of course is going to last a lot longer just because it's literally staining the skin. But it's not your only option. I mean, your question to me suggests that your skin is oily and that your oil is breaking down the product. So prepping the area would be one of the best things to do. Maybe putting a light layer of pressed powder on top of your powder foundation, powder blush. Oh my God. Sorry, my straw was like fizzing up. Yeah. Please recommend the thinnest pencil liner that you know. Thank you, Blueberry Chris. Crisis. I'm grieving Romand All Shade Liner that was discontinued. Now trying to Clio So Simple Liner, but it's not quite as thin. The thinnest one I can think of the top of my head. Oh my God. 1 second. Let me just go through my purchases because I have one and I can't remember the name. Bear with 1 second. Was it Olive Young? Please bear with me. While I find it, I'm going to answer you. Let me just see. Robert, what do I do regarding my partner's mum? She hates me because my partner wanted me in the hospital when we found out he had cancer. Now she doesn't even talk to me. She makes snide comments. I don't mean to be rude, but what the fuck is she doing? If somebody doesn't want their child's wishes fulfilled while they have cancer to make them more comfortable, then they're a terrible person and their image or thought of you wouldn't concern me. I wouldn't be concerned with it. I'm like, your head isn't in the right place. If you don't want your partner, if they didn't want their child, sorry, to feel comfortable, like that's a strange situation to me. Not on your side. You are just doing what your partner wanted. You know what I mean? Things like this, I'm like, don't bother. I know it's uncomfortable probably to have some family that don't like you, especially when it's your partners. But at the end of the day, I don't want bad people, or I don't care if bad people like me, respect me at all. Sometimes you just have to be selfish. And if your partner eventually wants you to have a relationship with their mother, then so be it. But I would explain to your partner, I was just doing what you wanted, and this is how your mother feels about it. That's weird. It is weird. Hi, Robert. I've missed your lives. Thank you. Just wanted to say, meow. P.S. Bring the live show to Los Angeles one day. One day. Julie, help me, everyone. I have hyperpigmentation directly under my lower waterline. Eyeliner closes my eyes off. Try not to get cakey with concealer. What color is your hyperpigmentation? Hi, Robert. Do you see a difference in performance between talc and talc-free powders? Honestly, no. Honestly, no. The feeling, yes. The visual difference, no. I would still like talc in my powders. How do you prevent eyeshadow from melting, smudging under your eyes? Is something I struggle with. An eyeshadow and eyeliner under my eyes never lasts. Eye primer, specifically the Sigma eyeshadow primer in Ignite, or Maybelline Tattoo eyeshadow pencils, or the Vive eyeshadow pencils. Oh my god, I just realized something. Oh my god, that's been there all day. Okay. Where were the trousers you wore in the live show from? They were gorgeous. Thank you. They were jeans from a brand called Fix, Phix, and they are the side buckle flare jeans. Blue, fair neutral skin. Sorry for Simon. No, you're good. Okay, so color wheel. So the blue under our eyes tends to be a bluey violet. So you're looking for more of a yellowy orange. So something that has a little bit of green. As you can see here, this is greener. So maybe it was more like an olivey yellow color corrector. So this is the kind of shade you're looking for. What I would do, right, if you do have quite intense hyperpigmentation, that is something you struggle with often, is find an eyeliner pencil, a sharpened pencil that is color, and use it on the area. So you will be able to find an eye pencil that is like this olivey yellow, like this, and just put it on that little area and smudge it gently with your finger, like tap it very gently. Be very gentle and only apply a little bit because it's going to be long lasting, but that means it's also going to be waxy, which can give us some texture under the eyes. That will mean, though, that it's going to grip better to concealer. You won't have to use as much coverage. So find something that is long lasting, that is this color, this olivey yellow. Oh, wrong one. This color, sorry, like this. Can you see it's like this olivey, orangey? So here, it's between orange, it's between yellow. So you want this yellow orange, but I would go a little bit deeper and use that. It can be an eyeliner. It can be, I can't think of anything else. That will be a long-lasting eyeshadow, just nothing that will flake. Wear a black lipstick someday. I have. Hello, do you have any tips for makeup on freckles skin? My freckles mostly turn gray. Yeah, so that will be a color thing with your foundation when you try to put a sheet of color over freckles. It turns them gray because if you think about it, you're putting like a yellow or a pink tone on top of like a potential brown tone. So the only thing you can really do, to be honest with you, is not go over them, which is a hard thing, or just go over the area with a little bit of blush, a peachy tone, no, a red tone blush afterwards, or a pinky tone blush. Hi, Robert, flew in from Amsterdam with my sister to see the live show. Had a wonderful time. Thanks for a great show. Thank you so much, Natalie. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry about the technical glitches at the beginning. Hi from Mexico. Hello, Rose. Thank you. It's hard to find a foundation I like, so I'm thinking of just going without it. Advice on putting blush, contour, etc. on bare skin. That's a difficult one because if you don't have a base underneath, depending on what you're using, powders and stuff like that can grip to the different moisture levels and stuff like that. What I would recommend you do then, if this is the case, is stick to powders. In terms of a blush, a contour, and highlight, and just do a very thin base of clear powder on the skin first. So what that's going to do is absorb any moisture from your skincare, any natural oils in the skin before you lay down those products. Do bear in mind also, depending on pigmentation in your face, that some tones like contour and some tones in your blush can make pigmentation stand out more. So just bear that in mind. Keep the questions coming. Just a little tip. If you're asking me a question, try and go, I don't know how long you can make a comment, but try and go as in-depth as possible. Say a question like, any tips for hooded eyes is a list of hundreds. So any tips for hooded eyes that are more hooded on the outside corner, maybe more turned up on the inside, give me that kind of depth so I can be a little bit more. And then if I see your comment, I don't have to try and find your other one because I might lose it and I might not be able to answer the whole question. Claudia, thank you. Hi from Quebec, Canada. Your recommendations for primer, pore filler that won't make me more oily during the day and let foundation stick to my nose. So I would actually use something like anything that has that clay-like texture. If you've used something like the e.l.f. Pore Putty Primers and haven't had luck with them, because that's what I would recommend, just give it another go. But in terms of your application, pore filling, okay, let me put this away again. Pore filling primers or smoothing primers or anything like that, a lot of them you'll find are very silicone-y and slippery. They are shit. They don't do shit. Professional. Blech. Something like the e.l.f. Pore Putty Primers, you almost want to use them like a putty, you know what I mean? And push them into those areas that are porous, because you don't want to rub it up and down. You want to push, so that the formula can be pushed into the skin and not just glide on the top surface. That's what I would recommend. Oily skin, unfortunately, is just going to be oily. So I would also recommend using something like a mattifying setting spray on top of that kind of primer or as your primer, because you kind of want that barrier to stop your oil from coming through. Because once your oil has come through and it's attacked your foundation, there's nothing else you can do. Oh. Levine, thank you. Hi from Seattle. Can you share a story of your favorite experience as a makeup artist? Most memorable moment with a client? Love you, and James, thank you for sharing your expertise with us. Oh, thank you so much. But I have one with a bride that was really nice, but at the same time also really frustrating, right? So she wasn't a makeup wearer. In general, she wore makeup, but she wasn't like big on it. And this was in those kind of years. Do you remember when like that orangey red lipstick was like the height of red lipstick? Morange example Lady Danger, sorry, from MAC was like the height of shade. So her look for her wedding was a good, nice brown liquid liner, a little bit of brown through the socket, just nice and natural, and then this perfect orangey red lip. And I did it, and it was beautiful. And she looked in the mirror, and she cried out of being happy, but it ruined the liner. So it was like, great. So now we have to redo it. But any time a client's like really happy, and you know what it is? It's that feeling of we're on the same page where makeup isn't just makeup, you know, for you as well as me. It's something that has this dramatic change, not just in physical appearance, but in emotions with it as well. So that's what I like it when it's that realization that, oh, amazing. You know what I mean? Crystal, I see. Did you ask a question? Oh, I thought I sent a super chat earlier. I didn't see it. Also, don't want to ask you the same question. Let me have a look here, Crystal. I can't see it. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can scroll. I'm just gonna scroll to the top. It won't take a second. No, I can't see one. I'm sorry. No, it's not coming up in your thread either. Oh, you know what? It's not great. Is a group of photo from a live show going to be posted soon? It's going to be in a video from tonight, but yes, we'll also post it as well. I've only just seen it today as well. We took a few days off after the live show. We were so exhausted. So today is like our first day back at work. Hey Judy, I wrote just enjoying the live. I saw some photos from the show, and you looked fantabulous. Thank you. Happy Sunday. Do you do Mother's Day in the UK? Yes, we do, but our Mother's Day was back in March, right? Robert, love your blog so much. Thank you. I'm going to get back on it as well. Robert, would you be doing a review of Violet FR? Would love your opinion on a brand. Greeks in France. Who are they? I've heard the name. Did someone send these to me the other week? Violet FR. Oh, them! Oh my gosh! Yeah, they're the ones who are available in Sephora, right? Let me screenshot that so it's in my picture so I remember. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I would love to do that. It's so hot in this room. I'm like inhaling this brush cleaner. I'm gonna pass out. Is there a primer that will help fill in ice pick scars on the face? I need a good primer for my trip to Southern and fill in as much as possible. I have super acne prone oily skin. No, makeup is unable to manipulate the skin like that. Beauty makeup anyway. If there's nothing, because that would literally be like a filler almost. What you can do to lessen the appearance is use peachy blushes on top. Something about the color peach on top of those kind of scars makes it look kind of smoother. So get a blush that has a peachier tone, so leaning more orangey yellow. Leaning more orangey reddy yellow. Do you have any tips for taking pictures in makeup? Honestly, no. I'm not a photographer, and literally, I just turn on my camera and hope for the best when I take pictures. I don't. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at taking pictures. I just have I'm lucky I have a camera and a monitor so I can see my positioning. I guess that would be my tip is be able to, if you have something like an iPhone or you're taking your pictures on your phone, see if you can share the screen with another device and like your laptop or a computer or a TV screen and go from there. But I'm not good at it, you know. Robert, which one would you say is better, Benetton or Milk Tint? Or are they pretty much the same? And any recommendations for very pale pink frosty lipsticks like an early 2000? Zainab, I would actually say Benetton. I really like, what's the milk? Oh, Benetton would be better in terms of pigmentation and in terms of how it goes on top of things. Thank you so much, Kira. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, James is the one for photography advice. Absolutely. What's the other thing? And any recommendations for Veil? Listen, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but there was a video I did, and I'll try and find it, where I tested Amazon makeup, right? And there was this one lipstick brand that did these beautiful frosty like lipsticks, and they were beautiful, and they did a pink. If you search my name and Amazon something, let me see if I can find it. 1 second, because I'll be able to remember it by the thumbnail. Amazon. That's not how you spell my name. Amazon. Oh my god, Amazon. Oh, I spelled it wrong again. Okay, so it's called Trying Brands You've Never Heard Of. It's this one. This lipstick, not that exact color, but I think the link was in there. I can't remember. But the brand is on there. You'll see the page. It was really good. Was it Lag? Yes, I think it was. Should I open it and see? Let me just turn it down so I don't have to hear my voice. Langmani? I think you're right. Let me. No, it's called Olac, Oulac, Metallic Shine Glitter Lipstick. And it's called Hip and Hippie. 1 second. That's not it. Like this. And they do like even more intensely frosted ones as well. So there's loads to look through with loads of different finishes. How can I cover up spider veins, burst capillaries on the face? Please help. So depending on the color of a vein, Just spin this round. Color wheel. So most veins tend to be this blue violet or violet. So again, we're looking at, oh my God, sorry, it's difficult when you're looking violet or blue violet. So it's going to be those yellow or orangey tones, but go deeper. So go to like these deeper greens. 1 second. But it's a thing of having to like follow every single one, unless you use something like Dermacolor or oh my God, what's it called? The Cryolan stage makeup that you can do a few layers in, but that tends to look quite heavy on the skin. I recently lost my right eye, and it's been a pain in the ass trying to do makeup on my left eye. Any suggestions on how to do it without having it look like a child on energy? That is something I have never experienced before, so I can't really give experience. So sorry, I recently lost my right eye, and it's been. Are you left or right-handed? I would need to know too, because if you're right-handed. If you lost this eye, you're trying to do your makeup on this eye. Any suggestions on how to do it without having it? No, I'm sorry. I haven't. I would really need to like, you know what I mean, experience it to give advice on that. Thank you so much, Fashion Passion. Have you ever dealt with someone's talking about you right next to you? How would you handle that? It feels petty and I want to dismiss it, but also hurts, and I love these two people. I'm probably the worst person to ask about this because I have no patience for bullshit. If somebody was talking about me right next to me, I'd be like, let's talk now. Because if you don't want to say it to me, then it can't be that much of a big issue for you to sit there and talk to me about it. Or respond. Just respond. And if they're like, I'm not talking to you, I'll be like, then why are you talking so loud? Because everyone's involved now. Or I'll just ignore it. Because if somebody is talking so loud next to you about you, they're looking for you to care. Again, not somebody worth. Yeah. I switched from Morphe brushes to Sigma because of your recommendations, and I love them. Good. The difference in quality is amazing. Absolutely. I'm glad you made the change. And they are so good, aren't they? Thank you so much. Thank you. Susie, I just did a whole video on concealer creasing. Go and check that out because I do a lot of tips in there on different application methods. How are you guys doing after the live show? James, hi. Oh, we are so tired. We are so tired. Just because it was kind of like the build up to it. We were like, just so we were working, trying to get everything right, and then of course the technical issue happened. But we just have the best time. We just want to do it again. It was so nice to meet everyone as well. But we just want to do it again and again. You know, tired but very happy. Yeah. God, I just need to get this away from me. It just smells like alcohol. Ugh. Jem, it was so nice to finally meet you at the live show. It was so nice to meet you too. I was so fascinated by your lip gloss. I kept thinking about it even after you left. I was like, I need that. It's so like sparkly but not glittery. It's beautiful. A skincare product you can't live without for makeup prep. Very good question. And I will look at what's right in front of me now because this is where I keep all my makeup preppy stuff. Oh my God, I haven't unpacked from London still, and that was a few days ago. It's not here, but there's a brand called Red Chamber. It is a Chinese brand. It's Red Chamber, and it's their primer cream. It's in a brown tub, and it's just this perfect balance of hydrating but not over hydrating, and it leaves your skin feeling perfectly. Yeah. James in the chat. Hi, James. Oh, it's not James, my brother James. It's different James. Robert, would you consider adopting a 30-year-old woman? I'm a great baker and cook and come with a very cute dog. Well, technically you're younger than me, so yes. That makes sense. Adept Cosmetics nude beige. Beautiful. Harriet, what's the best matte rainbow eyeshadow palette? Ah, okay. If it's more for face painting and you're not like overly see, I would go for something like I would go for a Blend Bunny palette. It's good quality and you get a shitload of color in it. So Blend Bunny, the LES palette it would be perfect for that because it's a full color spectrum. It's incredible. I'm a low maintenance makeup girly in my late 30s, going for natural beauty look. What Holy Grail products do you recommend I use? You know what? Something I've been using so much that makes just a huge difference is the Lisa Eldridge lip pencil in the shade 0N. It's not here, but what I'm suggesting is a lip liner that contours your lip rather than overlining. Let me show you. I need to show you because it's where the fuck is it? Oh, it's in my thingy bag. It's in my bag that I took for the live show and I haven't unpacked. But just doing that tiny little definition, I'll show you with a different liner around the lip, really makes a huge difference. I'm going to have to use the screen as a mirror. Just that tiny. And then like really blend it out. Can really just add a little, like this with a little bit of lip balm. Can just add a tiny bit of definition, just make everything, it makes everything look a little bit more, I don't know, together without looking like makeup. So it doesn't look like a massive line on the lip with just some lip balm or something like that. Robert, I had such a lot of awesome time at your live show. Thank you so much for signing my jacket. It's hanging proudly. What was your favorite part of the evening? My pleasure. First of all, the Labubu clothing was absolutely one of my favorite parts of the whole evening. But you know what it was? It was the technical issues, and what really made us really comfortable, but also the interaction from you and the audience with us on stage in that moment. Just it felt like the perfect way to start the show. You know what I mean? It was really strange. Our worst nightmares came true. That there was this technical glitch, but I don't know. It just felt like we were like supporting each other, and it was really nice. Oh, Laura, thank you. I'm 30 plus and just getting into makeup because of your channel. Thank you. Along with my teenage daughter, we love learning from you, especially about good makeup versus sketchy trends. Could you help us find a newbie proof blush and mascara? You know what'd be really great for you, Laura, is a tubing mascara, something like Melt Cosmetics, who do the one in the purple tube. It is a stunning Melt Cosmetics. If you haven't used their mascaras, they are insane. They are so beautiful. That would be really, really great. In terms of blush, I would go for the Rare Beauty, the new matte, like, what are they called? The putty blushes. Stunning. You need a tiny bit, but they blend so incredibly well and everything sits on top of them really nicely. Both two brands that are kind of like investments, but they are really, really stunning. Have you tried Ritual Defeat? Yes, I love them. I love their new contours. Alora, thank you. It was amazing, even with the technical issues, make it part of all your shows. You know, it was so difficult because no, it was. I don't know. I said that it wasn't difficult. We came off stage at one point. You know, when we were on the stage and we were hanging around, and at one point I went backstage, and the stage people were like, "We're going to take you off stage so we can do this," and everyone was kind of like, "Are you guys okay?" I was like, "I'm absolutely fine," because everyone made it so easy. It was fine, but. Yeah, it was really, it was nice. The best newbie blushes, in my opinion, are the CoverGirl Blush Balm Sticks, Blend Like a Dream. I have those over there that I got when I was in the US. We don't get CoverGirl here, so every time I'm in the US, I try to grab them. I haven't tried them yet, but I love CoverGirl, so that's a good recommendation. Do you like the Peri Pera lip glosses? I do. I love their products. Yvonne, thank you so much. Hey, Robert, can you recommend a long-lasting brush tip liner? I feel like brands aren't making them anymore. Yeah, and I hate the felt tip liquid liners. Hindash does a really beautiful long-lasting brush tip. And M Cosmet. Let me check that's still around. 1 second. M Cosmetics, because they do a liner and they have a felt tip option and the brush tip as well. They're still going. Haven't heard anyone talk about them in a long time though. Yeah, so they do a brush tip illustrative eyeliner and they do it in brown and black. I just spat. Robert, what is the one discontinued product you desperately want back? MAC Cosmetics Plush Lash Mascara. Stunning. Will we ever see thin eyebrows again? I love having more. It's now. The trend is now. If you want to do it now. Absolutely. Hi, what do you think about the Fui jelly pots? Do you like them? I love them. I adore Fui. They can do no wrong in my eyes. Did I show you? Let me show you something. Bear with. I'm still here. And I mean, I'm a little bit biased because I obviously had my collaboration with Fui, but because I genuinely love their products. And they send me PR, but because I'm in the UK, what's this? What's this shine here? What is that? What's happening here? Oh, it's the sun. But I buy their products before they send it to me because I don't wait for them. But I have every single one of them here. They sent me these, and I haven't opened them because I have them all already. But I love these, and I will use every single one because I adore them. Even the brighter colors make a really nice, natural kind of balmy lip. And you can put them in key rings as well. How do I use bronzer on very pale skin? Yeah, I'm one step above albino. And when I use bronzer, I look like I've got my makeup done by Trump's makeup artist. You need to find a bronzy, cool bronzer. So you almost want contour. So what I would do is look for something like Korean brands, Chinese makeup brands. Those are the places you want to get your bronzer and your contour because they are made for truly, truly fair skins. Yes. So Yes Style, Olive Young, Style Korean, all those places. Hi, Robert. I love the channel. What's your favorite powder to control oil? Thank you. My favorite powder is, let's go this way. Oh, the By Terry. This is a hyaluronic hydra powder. They do a press version. This is the loose version. Oh, fuck. Like this. This is actually the mini one. Stunning. By Terry. So good. So smooth on the skin as well and not heavy at all. Oh, God, it's so strong. The brush cleaner. Ugh. I use the Pink by Terry one. I love it. Yeah, it's so nice, isn't it? I've been wanting to try Fui. I just can't decide what colors. Faded is my absolute favorite because it's like this for anyone. It's like this dusky rose shade, and everyone who's tried it is beautiful in them. Beautiful in them. Canada loves you, Robert. Please come and visit. I would absolutely love to. I would love to visit Canada. Hi, Robert. Any tips on selecting complexion shades on KBeauty sites? Jessica, it's difficult. I find the product, and then I'll type in that product name and swatches into Google and then look for arm swatches. And I look at various different shades, various different swatches, because sometimes they're not as dark as sometimes they seem on the KBeauty websites. I've bought so many compacts that now I just use for the middle of my face because they are so light on me. but they looked darker online. Hi, Robert. What do you think of Japanese makeup brands? Have you tried? Sorry, have you heard of? Is it Kose Lip Magic Gel? Is supposed to make any lip products last longer. That sounds incredible. I will buy some. Yeah, Foundation is a website that's a good starting point. It's never exact, but it helps a bit. And they don't often have a lot of the Korean brands, especially the more obscure ones, and they're not very accurate. But Lana, yes, we would love to. Have I unfrozen? Am I frozen? Am I good? Didn't freeze you? Oh, great. Okay, cool. What shade of red tier is your match? 24N, 24 neutral is my match in the red one. It differs in the pink and the orange and the silver because they're all different finishes. But 24N is my match in the red cushion. What Korean eyeshadow formula do you recommend? I love the Fui eyeshadow palettes. I love their pudding pots as eyeshadow. I love Annalisa. I love Clio. I also like oh my god, let me just, I forgot the name. Risky? 1 second, just go to my drawer. Here they are. Yes, Risky. It's one of my favorite brands. This is one of the lighter palettes. I have like a deeper brown, deeper blues and everything. This form is beautiful. If you're kind of like use a lot of Korean eyeshadows and you find they come out quite chalky, Risky is a brand to go for. If you really like Asian beauty, Chinese brands for your eyeshadows are perfect. Oh, amazing. It's powder, the Fui ones. Did you get the Cleo and Disney collab products? Yes, I did. Robert, is Trump's foundation shoe polish or furniture stain? And how does he keep it off his shirt collars? It's more like just the stain of being an absolute cunt. Is there a world in which wet eyeshadow works for heavy hooded eyes? If so, how? Yes, but you really need to let it dry down. So it needs to dry down, and you need to let it dry down. Like hold up your lid, and I mean fan it dry with an electric fan, and it will hold. It went really well, thank you, Sarah. We had a really good time. Is hydro grip good for hot days? My base starts melting off as soon as I start sweating. Rosacea. As in the primer, I wouldn't know. Primers are never gonna stop sweat really, because it's just your body doing its thing. Makeup and primers can't stop your bodily functions as much as I wish it could. I just bought the new Maybelline Gripping Serum Primer. Have you tried it yet? No, I have not. Robert, what do you recommend? A brush or beauty blender when using stick foundation? Also, what brush would you? Also, what brush if you use a brush for a stick foundation? I would use a small, dense brush. Considering I just cleaned all my brushes, so something like this. I would draw the stick on the face and then buff out with the brush. I need to clean it again now. Yeah. What is your best brush cleaner? ISO clean. Best. Red tier oxides on me. Are other types better? So the reason it might be oxidizing a little bit on you is either you're oily or that's just the product. So a few options: you can go a shade lighter, and then let it oxidize, or go for the pink cushion, which is a really nice, very similar coverage, a little bit matter. Yeah. Robert, a suggestion for reviewing Violet. Yeah, you just told me. Did you just say this or did someone else just say it? Please have James review the skincare parts. It can be a joint video. Oh, yeah, but that won't... I swear you've asked me this, but our joint videos are more funny. So reviews aren't, like, funny. Yeah, One Size has a product to stop oil from coming through fast. Yeah, I tried it and it didn't work. I love the black tier cushion. It's the black one. I don't think I used the black one. They're bringing a few back though, aren't they? What are your thoughts on beauty subscription boxes? Didn't know people still made them. To be honest with you. Are there any scentless brush cleaners am I doomed to baby shampoo? A lot of them aren't scentless because they have to disinfect, right? So they're going to be quite heavy in alcohol. So baby shampoo is fine though. You're good. You're good doing that. You know what I mean? You're fine. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I have to log off. It's been an hour. Thank you again for joining me. I have a new video up tomorrow. I have a new video Wednesday. I have a new video Sunday. What else is new? That's pretty much it. Thank you so much again. If you're not following me on Instagram, if you have Instagram, please follow me. I do Q&A sometimes on there. So if I've missed your question, I might see it on there. All right, everyone. Thanks again. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. See you soon. Fairy washing up liquid, Amanda. Yes. Bye, everyone. Have a good evening or morning or day. Bye.